The fourth story I wanted to cover today, and I usually do three, but I want to do this fourth story because you're probably not going to see it on CNN because it involves the brother of one of the anchors of CNN, is a story that Andrew Cuomo, who is the governor of New York, who basically is like the head of a mafia organization at this point. He's just a bad dude who killed a lot of people. We all know that. He sent all those people back into the old age homes and everything else. In the midst of COVID, he wrote a best-selling book about leadership during COVID as his state is in complete lockdown and disarray right now. I mean, these people, it's like the hubris is just off the charts. I wish I could be so mindlessly bleh. In any event, he is being accused of sexual harassment from a progressive activist by the name of Lindsey Boylan. She's also an urban planner. And let's just go through the entire Twitter thread here, and then we'll compare that to something else that you might find interesting. This is the thread from Lindsey Boylan. Again, she's a progressive activist. She has her pronouns in her bio. This is not a crazy right-winger. This is not a scary conservative or a white supremacist. She says, my first experience of workplace sexual harassment was when my mom got her first real job after graduating college when I was in high school. She was so excited to be taken seriously. Her boss isolated her and kissed her. She never had that type of job again. It was then when I learned how hard it is for women, how hard this world can be for us when we are trying to be taken seriously and help our community, how easily jerks can destroy the lives of women. And I promised myself I would never let those kind of guys win. I would work hard my whole life to put myself in positions of power to change things, to end the violence and corruption, give voice to the voiceless. I am not stopping. I refuse. I will never give up. And now we're going to get into the part about Cuomo specifically. Yes, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed me for years. Many saw it and watched. I could never anticipate what to expect. Would I be grilled on my work, which was very good, or harassed about my looks, or would it be both in the same conversation? This was the way for years. Not knowing what to expect, what's the most upsetting part, aside from knowing that no one would do a damn thing even when they saw it? No one. And I know I'm not the only woman. I'm angry to be put in this situation at all. That's because I am a woman. I can work hard my whole life to better myself and help others, and yet still fall victim, as countless women over generations have, mostly silent. I hate that some men, like Andrew Cuomo, abuse their power. So, okay. I don't know if what she's saying is true or not. She does say one interesting thing in there, which is, I never knew what to expect. Would I be grilled on my work or harassed about my looks? Now, if you're grilled on your work, that's not sexual harassment. But if those things are happening at the same time or back and forth, I think one of the problems here is people think that any criticism somehow becomes harassment. But putting that aside, for a year and a half, basically, we were told to believe all women, right? We were always told to believe all women. Gotta believe them all. No women could be liars. You must believe all women. Well, now, and we've seen this consistently, whenever it comes out that they go after a lefty, they go after a Democrat, we didn't mean that. We didn't mean all women. We meant when they were going after the crazy right-wingers. You see what I'm saying here, guys? So, look, I don't know if this is true. I have no idea. By the way, right now, according to some people in the media, Andrew Cuomo is being vetted to be Joe Biden's attorney general, which means he would basically be in charge of the law enforcement apparatus of the country. That's according to the AP. So this is serious stuff. But look, if we were to believe all women, then it seems like everybody should be reporting on this, right? We should be reporting on this. But I thought, there's something interesting here because I'm not seeing a lot of people reporting on it. And then I did a little Googling and I looked on the Twitter machine there, and I thought maybe the news organizations are treating this a little bit differently. They treated something else. So let's look at USA Today Politics. And the image you're seeing on the left this is from yesterday or today. The aide has not yet provided any validating evidence for the allegations or specific details on the harassment. Cuomo's office has denied the claim. Okay, so that's fine. She hasn't provided any direct evidence. Okay, we're going to treat this maturely. We're mature people. We're journalists, for God's sakes. Now on the right, and this is from, you may remember this from about 2 years ago. Remember that Brett Kavanaugh hearing when he was trying to become Supreme Court Justice and everyone said he was the sort of long-term gang rape man of the world? Democratic presidential candidates are calling for Brett Kavanaugh to be impeached after the New York Times published an essay containing new allegations of sexual misconduct. I could have grabbed a gajillion headlines like this. There was no evidence that Brett Kavanaugh ever sexually assaulted anybody. All there were allegations. The same thing that is happening here. So we know there is a double standard. If you're a Democrat, they're going to bend over backwards for you. They're going to hide things for you. They're going to use trickery in language, misleading headlines that are disconnected from the story. And if you're on the right, you're a gang rapist, you're a Nazi, and you're a bigot. Lordy, lordy, we got a lot of work to do to clean up this mess.